Good morning everyone, it's Yvonne here to do your What's Cracking reading. We're going to use the Light Seers Tarot for your reading today. Firstly, thank you so much for subscribing to my channel. You know that I read all your comments. I don't always reply to everybody, but I do reply sometimes. But I do read them all. If you would like a personal reading with me, I am now fully booked this week, so we're going into next week with readings. www.theaussiegoddess.com. You can have recorded readings or face-to-face readings, and all the prices and booking times are available there. However, if you need a time outside of those times for whatever reason, please contact me directly. And if you're having trouble using the system, of course, I don't mind if you email me. I can't think of anything else I need to tell you. I think things are okay. So I'm live on YouTube today at 12 o'clock if you want to join me on YouTube. And I did reach 100,000 on TikTok. So, and some people very kindly said I should be that on YouTube. But I've sort of get stuck on YouTube. It seems to sort of move a little bit and then stick again. But there's a lot of competition on here as well. So it's hard to get visibility sometimes. I do hear other readers say that, and look, I'm happy with what I do. I'm happy with what I get from the readings I get, so I have no problem sitting where I am. So I've reached 100,000 on TikTok, and I did say I'd give away a free reading. I just have not had the time to go back through the comments, and I know I asked people to comment if they'd been watching me on TikTok or if they were subscribed to me on TikTok. So I will get around to that probably next week. The YouTube live will still go ahead today, as it always does. I do know in Australia it's Australia Day, so not everybody will be available for that, but that's fine. And I did have a lot of inquiries over the last few weeks because I haven't done a Facebook live or an Instagram live for a while, so I do intend to picking up on those. I more than likely will get around to them next week. At the moment I'm sort of in the process of a lot of other things, so once I get settled back into my routine I'll get up and do those. All right, beautiful, rambling on. Okay, so we're going to start off with Temperance today. The Temperance card is a card that talks about bringing things into balance. It's very much about balance. It's also about divine timing. It's about, I guess, at its very core, it's about vibrating where you need to be. So it's sort of the energy of sort of being in a good place and feeling good about yourself, and therefore manifesting what you want. But the Temperance card very much talks about balance, divine timing, things being in the right place at the right time. Sometimes this can be, you know, the universe sort of moving things into the right place, but at other times it's sort of you being in a place where you are really attuned to your world, I want to say, and vibrating in a very, very solid vibration. Excuse me. I'm just trying to get the energy, because the energy is a little different in this today. I guess that's why, because we have the Hermit behind that. All right, Major Arcana's been coming out a lot in the readings of the last week, probably. The Hermit talks about taking time out. And maybe you're feeling with this Temperance card that the energies aren't sort of gelling with you, or that you're not really resonating. This sort of has that. That's why I said it feels a little different with the Temperance card, because it feels a little bit like you're trying to find a balance. But when I see the Hermit, I think maybe you're taking time out here to maybe get yourself back into balance. And what that says to me is you may be experiencing some stuckness. Now I think we're back in Mercury retrograde now, so that would make a whole lot of sense for me. So I feel like I'm speaking to people who may be feeling like life isn't moving, that things are a bit of a standstill. Now I always say that this is the time you use for your healing. This is time to take time out for you. When you're feeling stuck, don't push against the grain, because it just becomes frustrating. You get in your head about it. You wonder why things aren't moving. So this is the time to really chill out. So if you find that things are feeling really stuck, or that not moving forward, or the universe isn't sort of producing for you, then the best thing to do is to do some self-work, or take time out, read a book, go and have a massage, whatever you need to sort of bring you back into this energy. Because I feel like with this Temperance card, you might be struggling to bring a balance back to yourself. The Hermit card tells me you do need to take time out. Sometimes this is sort of the time out where you're taking time out from the world because you need the time to yourself. But at other times it becomes a bit enforced, and maybe that's what it's feeling like at the moment. I know we all get into that sort of energy of, things aren't happening, it's not going anywhere, I'm doing all these things and I'm fighting against it. Don't fight against it. Just allow it to flow. Because when you fight against it, it seems to be so much more difficult to get things to move forward. So just know that things are going to move forward. You may need this time out for healing. All right, Six of Pentacles, there you go. So what the universe is trying to do is align yourself with the universe. So when I see the Six of Pentacles, it's very much a card of give and take, but it's also for me a card of creating, of being in alignment with the universe to create what you want. So like, with two people working together, it means that you're working in alignment with the universe. So this sort of says to me here that this is what's happening here. There is some sort of need for you to be able to sit back and trust that the universe is providing for you. It may not feel like that at the moment. It may feel like things are moving very slowly. It may mean that, you're plodding along trying to catch up with things. But it is happening. You are aligning. So there's some sorts, I would say that there's something you're trying to manifest. Maybe a job here, maybe a life path, maybe some sort of, there is definitely something that you're working on. And maybe it's that you have a business, for example, that hasn't taken off. There's a really good example. Maybe you've had some sort of creative endeavor that hasn't taken off. Seems to be going very slowly. You might be really pushing hard to get it to go. And I feel like the universe is saying to you here, sit back, chill, it's happening. You may just not see the results of it at the moment. But I can see you working towards that. We do have the Hierophant coming through with the Knight of Swords and the Two of Pentacles. See, this whole thing is about balance and relaxation. So the Four of Swords talks about taking time out. I always feel like it's that, the traditional sort of idea of the knights coming back from battle and measuring up their coffins before they go to battle so that they have somewhere when they come back, if they don't come back alive. So it's sort of like that sleeping the sleep of the dead, or really, taking time out to, thoroughly rest your bones. And here we have this sort of energy with the Two of Pentacles of balance. So this sort of looks to me like I'm speaking to a lot of people who are pushing hard at things rather than just allowing the universe to move them through things, allowing the universe to do what it needs to do. So, we're going into a new year, and sometimes when we start to move into a new year, and this is why I think a lot of people, make New Year's resolutions, because you feel like when it's a new year that you're being given a brand new opportunity. But think of it in reality that we're just moving through time, as there is no time really. It's just man-made to suit how we need it to be. So when things aren't moving, or they're going very slowly, or you're not sort of achieving what you want to achieve, I feel you need to just remember that that time is there for you to heal, for you to be ready for the next stage, and for you to be ready to receive. And I feel like this year is going to be a huge year for lots of people. I know that the Capricorn readings in particular are sort of talking about great achievements being made this year. So I feel like we are almost it's almost like we're in a gestation mode. And that's why I think the Empress energy is sort of very strong here. We're ready to rebirth new things. We're ready to move to the next stage. Just remember how to conserve your energies rather than pushing against things and allow yourself to flow through. All right, let's see where we're going. Oh, I love this. Look, we get the sun straight out. So I feel this is what a lot of you are moving to. So even though it seems slow, even though it seems a bit ploddy, you might be feeling like you're sort of wading in, 3-foot mud. It is coming. Whatever it is you're waiting for, it is coming. And the universe is saying to you here that the sun is ready to shine on you, but it's just taking you the time to get to where it needs to be. Let's get deep into this one. All right, we have the Strength card coming through. If you're a Leo, it seems to be very dominant energy here. The 7 of Swords with the World card. Okay, it really sums up the reading in these 4 cards. There is a cycle that needs to be closed out, and I feel that the universe is sort of saying to you here that you have to come through something, come through the other side of something in order to get what you're looking for. The 7 of Swords can often be a card of trying to get away with something or trying to do things in a way that isn't really sort of the best way of doing things. So I feel like here with the Strength card and the Sun card, there's a beautiful feeling of doing a lot of healing here in order to close out a cycle. Now we do have 3 major arcanas on the table again, so I know this is a very, very important time for people, and maybe that's because of the Mercury retrograde, or maybe the Mercury retrograde is there because of that. But whatever this is, it is a time of working on yourself or spending time with you, using this time for you. If this is resting, if this is, doing something constructive, whatever it is here, you need to be really focusing on yourself here. And when I see the 7 of Swords, I think, this is for me the energy of trying to bury yourself in things because you don't want to either do the work or take time out for yourself. So you're pushing against the grain with the 7 of Swords. And what the universe is saying here is that this cycle is closing out here. So although we're in a new year, in theory, you're still closing out stuff from last year. Okay, so we have the Knight of Cups coming through. Oh, beautiful, with the 6 of Cups. And the Queen of Cups. A lot of love sitting here. A real energy of searching for love, looking for love, finding love within oneself. Maybe really revisiting the past here. So maybe this time here is allowing you to go back and sort of finish off things in the past that are still not complete. This 7 of Swords for me with the 6 of Cups tells me that other people may be trying to finish things off with you, complete cycles with you. So you may have somebody, possibly a water sign here, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, who needs to finish something off in the past with you here. Because I see the Knight of Cups, and that to me feels like some sort of offer coming through. So maybe this is what the universe is preparing you for. Because the 6 of Cups does talk about going back to the past or realizing the past here. And this 7 of Swords tells me something was left from the past and not completed. And because of this, the cycle isn't complete. But when I see this, I feel like they're sort of saying to you here that it's okay to focus on yourself at the moment. Things are going on in the background here that maybe you aren't privy to at this time, but they are happening. So there is something that needs to be completed, unfinished business here from the past. Now you could be dealing with someone here who maybe owes an apology, owes some sort of explanation here, but there is something here from the past that is being reviewed here. We do have this Queen of Cups, and I feel like somehow that represents somebody who has great love for you, but it also makes me feel like you too are working yourself into this energy so that you're vibrating where you need to be to receive. So let's just put some more cards out. All right, I have the Page of Pentacles with the Ace of Wands and the Tower. I always love it when the Tower comes up in that position because it makes me really feel that things are going to change dramatically, even if it feels like it's stuck at the moment. All right, let's have a look what's going on. So it may feel that you're sort of beating your head up against a brick wall at the moment with the Temperance card. Please take time out, take care. It is a time for you to blossom. There are things happening that you need to be ready for. Six of Pentacles tells me you are in alignment with the universe. You are working towards something here for a sense of balance. There is something coming towards you here. So balance is really vital. Take the time out. Take the time out. Now, for some of you, it could be, you know, that something from your past is coming back. But for others of you, this may feel like you are manifesting something because, okay, let me just try and get into the energy. There is something that you are wanting here that I feel that you've been wanting for a long time with this World card. Now, for some of you, this may be new love, but it's been going for a long time because this past card makes me feel like you've been waiting a long time for something. Something is about to come to you here. I feel like for many of you, it is about love. Whether this is old love or new love, you're preparing for something. The universe is preparing you because you have the Ace of Wands coming through, which sort of signifies a brand new start for me. The Page of Pentacles is definitely some sort of gift from the universe. So if you're Six of Pentacles, if you're in Six of Pentacles energy, you're manifesting something that the universe wants to show you that you deserve to have. The Tower card, however, tells me that something is coming that's going to rock your world. Let's put it that way. Whether this is somebody returning to you or somebody new, it's like the work you've done is about to be rewarded. The Devil card coming through with the Moon card. Isn't it amazing whenever I do, and that Four of Swords, oh boy, that is definitely the universe saying to you, you need to be prepared for what's coming towards you. The Devil card can represent the sign of Capricorn as much as the Tower represents the sign of Scorpio. We also have the Moon card here, which is Cancer, Pisces energy. And again, this is all water. So I feel strongly you may be about to come in contact with somebody here, whether they're new or from your past, who's going to bring great love to you and change the way you see your world. Now, the Four of Swords for me has repeated, so that definitely makes me feel like you're being asked to take time out. Four of Wands, yeah. All right, so there is definitely, for many of you, this means commitment. This means long-term relationship here. There is something you've been waiting on that seems to have been taking a long time. I feel that you may have become a little bit obsessed with this, but what this makes me feel like more is that somebody else is really, really wanting something with you here. Now, for some of you, this definitely feels like it's something new that you've been waiting for, but I also feel I'm speaking to people who've been waiting for someone here in particular. Let me just put a couple more cards on this. There's that Two of Cups again, which has been coming out a lot with the Lovers card. Okay. And the Ace of Pentacles. Oh, I am here to tell you that if it's love you've been waiting for, this year's your year. It doesn't matter whether this is somebody that you've already had an encounter with or whether it's somebody new. This, to me, the Two of Cups, the Lovers, and the Four of Wands here really show me that there is somebody very dynamic coming towards you. There is a brand new beginning with the Ace of Pentacles and the Ace of Wands here. But for me, the energy of the Two of Cups and the Lovers coming out together is really powerful. There's a very powerful union coming into being here. And I feel like for many of you, you've waited a long time for this. All right, let's pull you an Oracle card. I feel like the most dominant thing in this reading is the love that's coming at you, because I feel like with that Tower here, it's going to really be something that is going to be life-changing for you. Closing door and completion. All right, this is what you're doing because you're in this energy of stuckness. You're closing the door on past things. Oh, and I've gone straight to the page. I love it when that happens. This is about endings, completion, and your greater calling. When the closing door shows up, it's a call to recognize an ending, to terminate a relationship. That's this energy. Job, task, or situation that's been dragging on far too long. Unlock the cage you have been trapped in and shut the door behind you. This is not the time to worry about what others might think or feel. Instead, break with routine, consider what you think and how you feel, and be true to your heart's calling. So it talks about walking out the door. I feel like here this is something to do with completing something from the past here. What it is talking about is that every door that closes opens the door for something new. So I'm feeling here that the universe is saying to you, be ready to close the door on your past, because from here on inwards things are going to be very, very different with this Tower energy. And you have a lot of new beginnings this year coming. But I feel like these new beginnings for many of you are love, relationship, and some beautiful unions coming through. I'll leave you with that. Thank you.